All right, let's dive into a classic, Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now, this isn't just another list of productivity hacks. We're talking about a really powerful framework for building a life that's, well, truly effective. These are deep principles designed for real, long-term success. So, let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're just spinning your wheels? You're busy all day long, running around, but at the end of it, you're not actually making progress on the stuff that really matters? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. It feels like we're all looking for a way to get some focus and control back in our lives. And that's exactly where this framework comes in. It's a proven path, a journey, really. It starts with mastering yourself, and from there, it completely transforms how you work and collaborate with other people. So let's get into it. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. We'll start with mastering yourself, the private victory. Then we'll move on to winning with others, the public victory. After that, we'll talk about the habit that keeps everything running. And finally, we'll figure out your first step. All right, let's kick things off with the most critical part, mastering yourself. Covey calls this the private victory. And trust me, these first 3 habits are the absolute foundation for everything else. It makes sense, right? You can't lead anyone else if you can't even lead yourself. So, habit number 1, be proactive. This is a big one. It's basically the idea that you are in the driver's seat of your life. Instead of just reacting to things that happen to you, you get to choose your response. It's all about putting your energy where it counts, in your circle of influence, which is just a fancy way of saying the stuff you can actually do something about. And you can really see the difference in mindset here. Reactive people, they blame their circumstances, they blame other people. Proactive people, they take ownership. It's the huge shift from saying, ugh, there's nothing I can do, to asking, okay, what are my options here? That single choice, that's where effectiveness begins. Okay, building on that proactive mindset, we get to habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. It sounds so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Think about it. You wouldn't start a road trip without knowing your destination, right? You've got to know where you're going if you ever hope to get there. And here's how you make that real. You have to ask yourself some honest questions. What am I really trying to achieve here? What does success actually look like? What are the values I want to guide my decisions? Answering these, make sure every little thing you do is actually on purpose. And that leads us perfectly into habit 3. Put first things first. So if habit 2 was about figuring out your destination, then habit 3 is all about the actual driving. It's where the rubber meets the road. This is priority management, plain and simple. Actually doing the things that get you to that vision you created. Now, this matrix is a total game changer. Most of us live in quadrants 1 and 3, right? We're constantly putting out fires or getting pulled into interruptions. But the secret sauce where the truly effective people live is quadrant 2. This is the important but not urgent stuff. Things like long-term planning, building relationships, learning new skills. It's the stuff we know we should do but never seem to get to. This is where real progress happens. Okay, so once you've started to nail those first 3 habits, that private victory, you're ready for the next level, winning with others. This is the public victory. It's where you take all that personal effectiveness and use it to create incredible things with other people. But you gotta have that solid foundation first. And this next stage kicks off with habit 4, think win-win. Now, this isn't just a negotiation tactic. It's a whole philosophy. It's a belief that there's always a third option, where it's not about me winning and you losing, but about finding a way for us both to win. And let's be super clear here. Win-win is not about being a pushover or just being nice. It's this perfect balance. You need the courage to stand up for what you need, but also the consideration to respect what the other person needs. It's that combo that builds real trust and sets you up for success down the road. All right, next up with habit 5. And honestly, this might be the most important habit for communication ever. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Think about it. Most of us do the exact opposite, don't we? We're not really listening, we're just waiting for our turn to talk, already planning our comeback. So Covey tells us to just flip it. Step 1, listen with actual empathy. Try to genuinely see things from their side. Step 2, once you've done that, then you've earned the right to speak and be understood. I'm telling you, this one habit can absolutely change your relationships, both at work and at home. And all of this leads to habit 6, synergize. Synergy is, well, it's kind of like magic. It's that incredible moment when a group of people click. And the thing they create together is way, way bigger and better than anything they could have done on their own. It's creative collaboration in its purest form. I love this idea. 1 + 1 = 3 or 10 or 100. When you actually value that other people see the world differently than you do, you open the door to brand new solutions. You find breakthroughs you never would have found alone. And you know what? Synergy is what happens naturally when you're already thinking win-win and trying to understand others first. So we've got our private victory and our public victory. But how do you keep it all going? How do you not burn out? Well, that brings us to the final, crucial habit. This is the one that powers all the others. And that is habit 7, sharpen the saw. The story goes, if you spend all your time sawing, eventually your saw gets dull and you're just wasting effort. The idea here is simple. You are your most important tool. If you don't take time to rest, recharge, and renew yourself, you're gonna burn out. This habit is all about protecting your greatest asset. And this isn't just about taking a vacation, it's a whole person approach. You've got the physical, exercise, nutrition, sleep. The mental, always be learning, reading, creating. The social and emotional, connecting with people. And the spiritual, connecting to your purpose and values. Taking care of all 4 is what makes this whole system sustainable. Okay, so there you have it, the whole framework, from taking charge of yourself to renewing your energy. It's a complete roadmap, which really brings us to the big question, what's your first step? Let's just run through it one more time. You start by being proactive. You're in charge. Then you begin with the end in mind. Know where you're going. Then you put first things first. Do what matters most. With that solid base, you can think win-win. You can seek first to understand. And you can synergize to create amazing things with others. And to keep it all humming along, you sharpen the saw. Remember, these aren't just things you check off a list. They're practices for life. And that really brings us right back to you. This isn't just interesting information, right? It's a call to action. So, looking at these 7 habits, which one jumps out at you? Which one feels like the one you need most right now? What's the one habit you're going to start practicing today?